Black peoples, amongst the world's largest ethnic groups, possess a rich heritage documented even within the Holy Scriptures themselves. Surprisingly, the Bible speaks to the origins of African peoples, including their melanin-rich kings and queens. This video shall unveil fun facts about the biblical ancestors of Black and African peoples. We implore you to leave a like, share your comments, and, most crucially, subscribe to the channel for more enlightening content like this. As ordained by the Holy Scriptures, all present-day peoples trace their descent from Noah's three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. This truth extends to Black people and other ethnic groups with dark skin, whose lineage originates from Ham, one of Noah's sons. Ham stands as the brother of Shem and Japheth, who respectively represent the Semitic peoples, Arabs, Jews, Syrians, etc., and the Japhethites, Europeans, and Asians. The term Hamites, or Amit, initially referred to those descended from Ham, one of Noah's three sons, according to biblical accounts. As the book of Genesis recounts, after the flood, Noah and his three sons were entrusted with continuing the lineage of Adam. From just 8 souls, Noah, his wife, their 3 sons, and their 3 daughters-in-law, humanity was to begin anew. Ham, son of Noah, is recognized as the ancestor of African and Black peoples. Within the Bible, his name is forever associated with Africa. In fact, the book of Psalms identifies him as the ancestor of the ancient Egyptians. Intriguingly, rabbinical traditions of antiquity, ancient tales of the Jewish people, and other ancient traditions consistently identified Ham as the progenitor of African peoples. Furthermore, all interpretations of Ham's children point to African countries, regions, and peoples. Curiously, the name Ham itself, in Hebrew, Aramaic, and other ancient tongues, means burned or dark, a reference to the skin tone of his descendants. In chapter 10 of the book of Genesis, between verses 6 and 14, one can glean more information about the lineage of Ham, also known as the Hamite peoples. The text presents Ham's descendants: Cush, father of several African peoples; Misraim, father of the ancient Egyptians. It is worth noting that Arabs, Jews, Syrians, and other peoples refer to Egypt as Mitrain, in reference to its originator. Other sons of Ham are Put, also known as Phut, and Canaan, who is the father of the Canaanites, not Africans. It is essential to understand that Canaan represents a distinct region and people. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss more riveting historical facts like these. The sons of Cush include Havilah, Sabta, Sabteka, Rama, Sheba, and Nimrod. At the beginning of his reign, Babel, among other cities, were part of his domain. Nimrod, who was an ancestor of the native peoples of ancient Babylon, the Sumerians, left for Assyria, where he founded several cities. Furthermore, Misraim was the ancestor of the Luddites, North African peoples such as the Anamites, Lehovites, Naphtuites, Patricides, and Casuites. From these descended the Philistines and Caphtorites. Ham's firstborn son, Misraim, gave rise to many nations and peoples, including the people of Ethiopia. All Ethiopians are descended from Cush, as are the people of Misraim and the people of Nubia, also known in antiquity as the Kingdom of Cush. These were the main nations and peoples spawned by Cush, son of Ham. They are not limited to Cush and Nubia, including the Kingdom of Cush, the Kingdom of Nubia, and the ancient Sumerians. Nimrod, rebellious son of Cush, is considered the progenitor of the people of Sumeria. Furthermore, the peoples of South India, including those native to the region, are believed to be of Cush descent, as are many other Africans such as Malians, Eritreans, Kenyans, Congolese, and Bantus from Gabon. The term Cush is often associated with Ethiopia, Sudan, and Africa in the Bible, and its literal meaning is Ethiopia or black. Cush was also the father of Canaan and Misraim. Misraim is considered the ancestor of the ancient Egyptians and many North African peoples, including the Berbers and the dark-skinned Tuaregs. It is fascinating to note that all Semitic peoples, such as the Arameans, Arabs, and Israelites, refer to Egypt as Misraim. This designation is used in several ancient languages, such as Aramaic, Arabic, and Hebrew. In the book of Psalms, chapter 78, verse 51, it is mentioned that he smote all the firstborn in Egypt, the first fruits of manhood in the tents of Ham. Besides Misraim, Ham also had a son named Put or Phut. An interesting fact is that the name Put or Phut originates from the word that means landmark, a reference to tribal hunters in Africa. Put is considered the father of the native black Libyans of Libya, as well as several other African peoples. Now about the famous curse of Ham or curse of Canaan. Many people in antiquity misinterpreted this curse described in the book of Genesis, chapter 9. The text says that after Noah got drunk, his son Ham did not help him. Instead, he told the other brothers about his father's nakedness and drunkenness, intending to mock his father. There are multiple interpretations of this text, which is not the focus of this video. Noah placed a curse on one of Ham's sons, specifically Canaan. It might seem like an exaggeration on Noah's part, but at that time, respect for one's father was held in high regard. Although Noah is apparently wrong to be drunk in this way, some interpretations suggest he might have accidentally made wine and unknowingly gotten drunk. Hence, God does not punish him. It is worth mentioning that Ham and his other 3 children, Cush, Misraim, and Put, are all ancestors of African peoples. It is important to emphasize that black peoples were not cursed, but Canaan, father of the Canaanites who inhabited the Middle East, received Noah's curse. It is crucial to clarify that interpreting the biblical text as if African peoples had been cursed is a serious error and a false interpretation. The curse falls on Canaan, ancestor of the Canaanites. We know that Ham is the ancestor of all African and South Indian peoples, and he lived a very long life. Because he was born before the flood, he enjoyed a much longer lifespan, being able to witness even the 5th and 6th generation of his family and ancestry. Interestingly, just as Shem lived to be approximately 600 years old, Ham also lived around that age, or even longer. Although there is no precise confirmation of how old he lived, as the biblical texts do not mention it, it is presumable that he reached the 600-year-old mark, like his brother. It is not known for sure where Ham's tomb is located, but according to some theories and studies, it may be in the Ethiopian region or even in Nubia. Others claim that he is buried in Mesopotamia, in the land of the Sumerians. However, many agree that Ham's tomb is in Africa, more precisely in Sudan or Ethiopia. Some even suggest that he could be buried in Egypt, which is quite intriguing, since Egypt is full of mysteries, and people buried 3,000 or 4,000 years ago are constantly being discovered. The Book of Jubilees provides us with more information about Ham's old age, events involving Noah's family, and the 3 lineages: the lineage of Ham, the lineage of Shem, and the lineage of Japheth. This ancient Jewish manuscript, believed to be true in the time of Christ and earlier, reports that Ham completely disapproved of his youngest son, Canaan's decision to live in the land of Shem, now known as Israel. Ham did not agree with Canaan's action of taking those lands for himself. In the Book of Jubilees, it is reported that Cush and Misraim, brothers of Canaan, along with their father Ham, disapproved of Canaan's decision to dwell in the land of Shem, the region that today corresponds to Israel. Like Ham, they also show disapproval of Canaan's attitude. They go to Canaan and order him to leave that land, as they believe that African lands are reserved for the descendants of Ham. However, Canaan disobeys and continues to dwell in that land, completely ignoring the will of his father and his brothers, Misraim and Cush. The Book of Jubilees relates that Ham was the founder of the first city and the first province after the flood. He named the city after his dear wife, Mael Tamok. We extend our gratitude to all who have watched thus far. Please leave a like. It is instrumental in helping us grow. Share the video so that others may partake. And most importantly, subscribe and turn on notifications for the Bible Stories Nigeria channel. New enlightening Christian documentary content arrives every week. We eagerly await your continued viewership and support.